Yo, what's up, guys? It's ScrappersDigest back again. This is going to be my breakdown and predictions of UFC 284. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my picks for the entire card, bottom to top. And first fight we got on the card, we have Zubara Tukhugov versus Elvis Brenner. But so for this fight, to be honest, I don't see anything special happening in this fight. I think it's probably going to be pretty lackluster, to say the least. But I do have Zubara Tukhugov in this one. I kind of feel like they just threw him on the card because that's Islam's boy, and he was kind of just not wanting to be in enemy territory entirely by himself. And then he's going against a Brazilian out there. So I don't really feel like that's going to be anything, I don't know, too much concern. So yeah, that's going to be my pick. You know, I don't really like Tukhugov anyways. But like I said, this guy, he does know how to cruise to decisions. He can, you know, so box. He has decent takedown defense. He's not like a Habib or an Islam or anything like that, so don't expect anything like that. But I do feel like he's definitely going to win that fight. Okay, so next fight on the card, we have Blake Builder versus Shane Young. I'm going to go ahead and go with Blake Builder because I don't trust Shane Young. I bet on him before. I thought he was going to be all right, and he got totally smashed when I picked him. So I'm not going to pick on him again. I kind of feel like he's just there to fill the Australia card. They need more people to fill in the card, so they got him. They bring him up. Hey Shane, you want to be on the Perth card? Oh, cool. Dude pulled up. Now he's on the Perth card. I mean, he didn't really have to pull up. He already lived there, but you know how it is. Next fight on the card, we got Loma Lookboonmee versus Elise Reed. I feel like this fight's actually going to be pretty competitive, but I do have Loma Lookboonmee winning this fight because she is a little bit more skilled, and she's a better kickboxer. She also has a little bit better grappling. But I do feel like Elise Reed is going to survive, and it's just going to go to decision. Probably going to be a wobbler, like a close decision, but I'm still going to pick Loma Lookboonmee on this one. These first three cards I probably wouldn't, put too much thought or merit into because I feel like they're all kind of wobblers. They're pretty low talent levels, even though there's some decent skill in there. So the fights could actually end up going either way, but those are my picks for those fights. So let's go ahead and move up the card. We got Jack Jenkins versus Don Shannis. I got Jack Jenkins in that one. He's an upcoming prospect. He's 10-2. Don Shannis is 12-4. He's pretty gritty, Don. He's a gritty dude. He's going to be in there looking to make it a scrap. He's probably going to be trying to knock Jack Jenkins out, but I do believe Jack Jenkins is going to be in there with a little bit more of oh, that's right in my eye. I think he's going to be in there with a little bit more of a better game plan. He's going to have more things to throw at him, and he's just going to be mixing it up a little bit more. And I think he'll actually end up being able to get the finish over Don. That one, I don't want to say it's going to be a wobbler. I'm going to go with Jack Jenkins on that one. Jack Jenkins is my pick. Next fight on the card, we got Jamie Mullarkey versus Francisco Prado. This one, Mullarkey, I feel like Mullarkey can pull this one off. Is Francisco, he is undefeated. He has KO power, so he definitely could knock out Jamie Mullarkey. But I feel like, that was a tough one. This one's a wobbler. You could go Prado on this one by KO. I feel like he might win by a knockout. But I feel like if he's not able to get Mullarkey out of there, then Mullarkey's gonna do what he kind of tries to do, and he's just in there. He's a little bit of like a punching bag, but he hits back. So I don't know, if you don't finish him, you're gonna be dealing with him the whole night, and it's probably gonna be a long night. This guy's a prospect, so we haven't seen him lose yet. It's very possible Mullarkey doesn't want to do it. My pick's going to be Prado by KO. But it's possible Mullarkey gets a decision out here. They got this Perth card all over the place, huh? Next fight on the card, we have Clayton Rodriguez versus Shannon Ross, and I do believe this is another fight that I don't like. It's two bums fighting each other, and they're flyweights, so I really don't care about this fight. I'm gonna go with Shannon Ross. Yeah. Like I said, I feel like they're just trying to fill in this Perth card, and that's who they got. Now we're getting into some good fights. We got Josh Kulabau versus Melsik Bagdasaryan. I believe that is Melsik Bagdasaryan. This fight's going to be a barn burner. I got Josh Kulabau. Josh Kulabau's got some really slick boxing. It's not the most textbook boxing you ever seen, but the technique is super crisp. He's got really short. He comes in with like these short like hooks. Like I can't even do it because I don't have the body type that he does. Short hooks and like kind of like overhands, but he's like really tucking his arm in like this and coming in. I can't even. Yeah, I really can't. It's really hard to replicate unless you're actually moving at the same speed that he is. And he comes in like that, whereas Melsik drops his hands a lot, and he tries to walk forward. He is a tank. He is a little tank himself. He's going to be throwing a lot of kicks. He's probably going to try to utilize calf kicks and kicks to the thigh. He's going to try and I don't know if demobilize is the word, but he's going to try to take away the mobility away from Josh Kulabau, because Kulabau is going to be moving around for the first 2 rounds nonstop, going in and out, trying to get short combos, and he's going to be looking for knockdowns, and he's going to try and finish them. But Melsik is going to be there to answer with a lot of power and counters of his own, and I don't think he's going to be able to keep up with the boxing necessarily, but he might start trying to set up some traps. But I really think he's going to be relying on the kicks to slow down the mobility. And look for like a finisher, or obviously if he doesn't get to finish the decision. But I feel like Kulabau is going to be kind of privy to the leg kicks, and I feel like he's going to be aware of them, and he's going to be able to land and impose his game plan, land his combos, and we might even see a finish for Kulabau here. I think Josh Kulabau might get a finish. This is a fight I think might be like possible fight of the night. To be honest, Melsik could pull it off as well if he counters Josh Kulabau, but I think Kulabau's going to get this one. So that's going to be my pick for that one. That's my breakdown for that fight. Not just a pick. You see, I got a full breakdown on that one. It's going to be a barn burner. Like I said, look for Melsik to be throwing the kicks. He's going to be looking to counter with some kicks. And he'll also throw short, heavy combos in the pocket. But this guy is so built, he's dropping his hands a lot, and he's not going to be able to keep the same pace that Culibao is. And Culibao is going to put it on him. I'm seeing like a second round TKO from Josh Culibao, or maybe even KO. But yeah, that's my pick. Josh Culibao for the that's a prelim right there. Next one, we got Tyson Pedro versus Modestus Bukauskas. Modestus Bukauskas. I was going to try and say something funny about his name, but, I'm not going to disrespect the guy's name like that. I got Tyson Pedro. Modestus Bukauskas is absolutely trash. He's like a super big dude. He's great size middleweight, but he just is not built for this. Tyson Pedro is going to go along with this specific game plan, and I think he's going to knock him out. Yeah, he's going to knock him out. This guy's lost by KO or TKO in his last 2 fights. I think Tyson Pedro is going to knock him out. Tyson Pedro is really good at following a game plan and getting guys out of there, and I think that's what he's going to do in this fight. So Tyson Pedro is my pick for that fight. Next, we have Jimmy Crute versus Alonzo Menifield. I got Jimmy Crute. I'm going off of the the 10-year rule, and I believe Menifield is about 36, if not 37, and Jimmy Crute himself is 26. And okay, Menifield is 35, Jimmy Crute's 26. I got Jimmy Crute winning by KO. Or even, I got Jimmy Crute winning inside the distance. Next, we got Justin Tafa versus Parker Porter. I have Justin Tafa via KO. Parker Porter is not that good at all. He's just, man, I don't even know how this guy's gotten this far in the division. If somebody was really that devastating in the division, they would have already knocked the hell out of this guy, and he wouldn't still be fighting, but here he is. So we got Parker Porter losing by KO versus Justin Tafa. Alright, now, last 3 fights. The main 3 fights of the card. We got Randy Brown versus Jack Della Maddalena. Yes, Jack Della Maddalena. Breakdown for this fight. I got a full breakdown for this fight. Jack Maddalena. Jack Della Maddalena. JDM, as Brennan Fitzgerald christened him. Good boxing. Good boxing. Guy's a scrapper, right? Comes in, throwing hooks, doing, the whole thing, right? But he's kind of slow. He's kind of slow, and he needs to get on the inside to do his work. His kicks, they're not where I like them to be. To go against somebody like Randy Brown, the blueprint was kind of set to beat Randy Brown. I feel like you have to break the distance. Yeah, I guess break the distance. Break the distance with him. Get close and really put your hands on him to be able to land a big shot on him. I mean, you can also counter, but the dude's pretty good at boxing from the outside. He has a little shoulder roll that he likes to do. He's got extremely long reach and an extremely fast left hand, and he's just quick in general. Where, like I said earlier, Jack Maddalena, I don't believe is as fast. And he fights, from what I've seen, better moving forward. So he likes to go forward when he's landing his shots. Randy Brown likes to counter, doing the same way, and then fight from the outside. Yeah, Jack Della Maddalena is going to have to try and get this fight done in the first round. And if he doesn't, I believe Randy Brown's going to get away with the decision. And people might think that the purse card, the energy in there is going to sway Randy Brown. But I kind of feel like he's one of those fighters that feeds off the energy just as well. And I do believe they're going to be in a bigger cage, so I don't think it's going to be anything like the Apex with that smaller cage. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Randy Brown. I don't think it's going to be by KO. I think the Australian fans are just going to be a little bit disappointed by this fight. I'm not saying JDM isn't going to be around and still do good afterward. I just feel like Randy Brown is just a little bit. He's going to be a speed bump, in the road for this one. And so my pick for that one is going to be Randy Brown. Moving on up the card, we have the co-main event for the interim featherweight belt, because Volkanovski is just too goddamn busy beating the shit out of everybody else, breaking all of my childhood dreams by just beating the shit out of Max Holloway. Everybody saw that. Max, shout out to you. You the GOAT. But yeah, so Volk just got bored and tired of beating everybody else, beat the shit out of T-City. Retired TKZ. Fucked up Aldo, sent him down to 135. Retired Chad Mendez. Yeah, he just fucked up everybody, basically. So now Volk's, gonna go reign terror at 155, apparently. But he's saying he's still gonna, reign supreme. So we got an interim title fight here, and Yair Rodriguez versus Josh Emmett. And I'm like, bro, how the fuck Volk gonna fucking just not have to fight either? Like, bro, Volk should have to fight both of these guys. Why they just have to fight each other now? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Like, Volk should have to be fucking fighting these guys. Like, Max already fought Yair. Now Yair's fighting Josh. Calvin Kattar. Max fought Calvin Kattar. Now Josh is fighting Yair. Alright, so let's get forget about that. Let's get on to the fight. Josh Emmett versus Yair Rodriguez. Yair Rodriguez versus Josh Emmett. I'm going to give you the breakdown for this one. Here's my breakdown for this fight. And my prediction for this fight is Yair Rodriguez via KO. Specifically by a head kick, or not a jumping knee. I mean, it's going to have to be a jumping knee to some extent. It's going to be a front kick, head kick, or a counter knee. But I see actually a front kick, just bah! And then Emmett going down quicker than anybody thought. First round KO. Yair walks away with his hand up, right? Why do I see this? People are going to say, oh, no. Well, Josh Emmett, he's got the wrestling background. Team Alpha Male, this and that. Frankie Edgar, whoop-de-woo, this, that, and the other, right? No. How about this? Who does Josh Emmett wrestle? He doesn't wrestle anybody. Why? Because he wants to knock people out. He wants to beat everybody up. He wants to get these freaking highlight reel KOs. He's in love with his knockout power. And not just that, he's in love with the idea of being a KO artist. So what he's going to do is he's going to go out there and try and bang it out with Yair. And he's not going to take him down until it's convenient for him. And like I said, Yair's going to knock him out. He's going to be looking for a KO shot within the first couple sequences. Yair does not play around. He throws haymakers and bombs this quick. Go look at the T-City fight. T-City was getting pieced up. Go look at Max Holloway fight. Max Holloway was getting bombs dropped on his chin, dude. And it was only until later that Max, after he ate a couple, was able to get it back. Yeah, I got Yair. Knocking out Josh Emmett. Like I said, he's too overconfident. And I don't want to say overconfident because he can knock out a lot of people. And I mean, if Yair is doing some dumb shit or whatever, but he's not, dude. Yair's going to be way out here, and Josh is going to have to try and clear the distance. And Yair's going to be looking to throw some short knees. And I see a head kick knockout on this one. So that's my prediction. That's my breakdown for that one. Yair by head kick KO. Finally, main fight on the card. The main event. We have Islam Makhachev going against Alexander Volkanovski. The lightweight champion versus the featherweight champion. Both of them on some pretty impressive undefeated streaks. We got, I think it is, 12-1 or 12-0 versus 11-0. So, I mean, it's a pretty big deal. You know what I mean? The thing about this fight for me, Islam Makhachev is going to be defending the title for the first time. Whereas Volkanovski has already cleared out the division to some extent and defended his title multiple times. And he is the number one pound for pound fighter in the world. Yet he's a 350 plus underdog. Or plus 350 underdog, whatever you want to say. This fight's really tough though, because if you think about it, I don't want to just say on paper, but I feel like when it actually comes down to it, Islam is definitely the more skilled fighter. But I mean, is he though? Or is it just like a 50-50 scenario? I didn't really want to break down this fight entirely beforehand because I feel like this one's pretty hard to get into. So I was like, I'll just break it down right here now. Islam's gonna be looking for a takedown. We've heard this talk about him saying he's gonna knock out Volk. He's gonna do this. He's gonna do that. He's not gonna knock out Volk. He's not gonna knock out Alex. He's not gonna knock out Alexander Volkanovski. It's not gonna happen. What he's gonna do is, if he does get a finish, it's gonna be by submission. Alexander Volkanovski has a hard body type to deal with. I think that's why Max Holloway had so much trouble dealing with him. He's a lot smaller than he is, and then he's coming to this newfound speed. And I think at 155, he's going to be like rejuvenated. I feel like he's going to be stronger. It's going to be like a stronger, fresher, faster Volk. He might have more pop in his shots. He's still going to be outsized to an extent because of Makhachev's height, but I do believe his reach is only 70 inch reach, or is it 71? Whereas Volk has, I believe, like a 70-inch reach as well. Might be a little bit longer now that he was able to pound some ass. And I do believe Volk's going to get back up. Anybody that thinks Alex is just going to take Volk down, I don't want to say anybody that thinks that, because, it's quite possible. But I think Volk's going to get back up. Smart Money says that Islam gets him back down a couple of times and then gets the finish. Don't think that Islam's going to knock him out. I don't think that's going to happen at all. And a submission's going to be hard for him to get. But, I mean, after you go through... Well, I mean, Volk's champ. He fought Ortega. He fought Max. This is a tough one. This is probably one of the tougher ones. This is one of the tougher fights that you're ever gonna, Smart Money. Smart Money says Islam Makhachev. By submission. And for the culture, we got Volkanovski by decision or knockout. And those are going to be my picks for UFC 284. Predictions, picks, breakdowns, the whole thing. My pick personally is going to be Volkanovski. But like I said, Smart Money is going Islam Makhachev by submission. He's going to pick up Volk because he's so damn small. Put him down, pick him up, put him down, pick him up, put him down, pick him up, put him down. It's going to look like Hezbollah in there. And then rip him apart limb by limb. And Islam Makhachev by submission. But the dreamers, for the culture, we got Volk by decision or KO, baby. He's going to look like Conor McGregor versus Eddie Alvarez all over again. Who? Just, let's go, baby. Let's go. That's it. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. Drop a comment. Still ain't got a damn comment in these damn comment sections. But yeah, go ahead, drop a like, subscribe, and that's at UFC 284. Scrappers Digest picks and predictions. Bottom to top, you heard it here first. Volkanovski by KO.